Merry Christmas, everyone. This Christmas, I give you the gift of the new smallest bean in the bowl, ANISA JOMHA, better known as Idubbbz' girlfriend.
ANISA, you might know her from Twitch or as Idubbbz' girlfriend.
Oh, that was Idubbbz' wife. But it is really demeaning to sit there and say that you're, Idubbbz' girlfriend.
Rainbow Kids, also known as Princess Pear because of her pear-shaped head. I asked her how to pronounce her name just to make sure I got the pronunciation right for this video. Idubbbz' girlfriend is very similar to Shiwu in a lot of ways. They have a lot of interactions.
She did a takedown on Shiwu Head as well.
With each other, and they both promote progressive ideology. They both obnoxiously brandish their boyfriends on social media. They both speak similarly. They both use their self-proclaimed mental illness as means to pander to their audience because they think it's cute and quirky. They both lie about their past. They both claim to have always been one of the boys. And of course, they both share the need to broadcast how small they are to the world, while also being silent.
All right, I'm old. What does small mean? I saw that acronym on there. What does she mean by that? Do you know that one? I think it's SMOL.
It's just a way of saying small.
Okay. Okay, I know. Oh, small, like your figure small or something like that. Like a
yeah. It was like, oh, you're a little small girl. You know, like a little small girl.
Yeah, gotcha.
Can't hurt me. I'm just small. That type of thing.
Well, she's not like that every word. Yeah. She's like the big bitch now.
Voluptuous and curvy. Look how kawaii she is because she's doing the victory pose in every photo. The more that she does the victory pose...
Prior to the tattoos, I wouldn't say she was unattractive at all. I'm going to sit there and... I know that won't win me any friends with the ANISA hate, but she's not bad looking.
The more that she looks like Sailor Moon. She even has Idubbbz doing it now. The real cherry on top of how similar Shiwu and Idubbbz' girlfriend are is that Idubbbz' girlfriend has even tried to dress like Shiwu before. She has a strong case of I'm not like those other girls syndrome, even though she literally dresses like all those other girls. But maybe
she does that. All right, I talked to Jessix, who really didn't, I don't know, he only streamed with ANISA one time. And one of the problems she had is like ANISA went through this phase as she does with boxing and everything else. It's like I'm not a booby streamer, but she was a booby streamer, right? And then when views went down a little bit, she went back to it, and then she becomes whatever she is. She's a glass of water. You just pour in, takes the form.
Isn't like those other girls after all, because Leafy said so. It's hilarious that she uses the statement of someone that her boyfriend made a video against to make herself feel less insecure about being boring as shit. Idubbbz' girlfriend reminds me of someone who would go into Pier 1 Imports or Pair 1.
And he calls her Idubbbz. She calls her Idubbbz' girlfriend the whole video. He never calls her name.
Imports in her
case.
Yeah,
look, and even in the title, we don't even know her name. It's just Idubbbz' girlfriend.
That's so funny.
Signs that say live, laugh, and love. Or maybe a sign that says be unique that was actually mass manufactured and hanging on her...
She's so petty. I don't know what's going to be more like if we're going to get any insight on ANISA or just how petty Britney can be.
Wall.
And it's funny.
I love that it makes her a positive and special person. Her videos are some of the most generic on YouTube, right down to the sound effects that she uses.
You can choose make an empire. Somebody asks me, "What's your name? Where are you from?" Maybe you make a buddy again and again and again to see the world in a different relationship. What's so great around me? Network.
Right, I gotta be careful because you're not supposed to make fun of people's features, and something tells me this is gonna get a little more views than I'm used to. What I find weird about her is her teeth. They're slightly separated at the fucking bottom. It looks like she's been gnawing into something. It's not the pear thing I don't get.
It's working out.
Her editing in general is just really annoying, and not just the stock sound effects that she abuses in every video, but also the visualizations that she uses.
You're making a commitment to something. Whether you're buying a puppy, moving in with somebody.
There it is. It's right there. That's what I find funny. You know, I think she could build a dam with those teeth. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
You're getting married, God forbid you pop a boner, or you stutter, or you piss your pants and shake a stick at. I was letting in.
Where's that accent from? Where's she from? Oh, she's Canadian?
Yeah.
She must have grown up totally. She doesn't really have a Canadian. Like, she was close to the border, though, I bet.
No balls. I was a very hot and cold goalie, and I was very polarizing to a lot of people. They couldn't decide whether I was good or bad.
It seems like she puts
As being a former hockey channel, it's usually pretty easy to surmise. You see how many goals go in the back of the net.
visualizations up for every single keyword that she says in her video. For example, if I say the word sleeping, I don't need to put a visualization up for the word sleeping. Everybody watching,
I have to admit, this is like petty criticism, though.
Knows what sleeping is. We don't need it to be.
I mean, she's saying that the idea is that she's not unique. You know, she's just doing what everybody else is doing.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine, but it does.
Demonstrated.
They're talking about this is a girl fight. Ghost Gaming doesn't know Britney Venti.
Claws are out.
Britney Venti is famous for actually fooling 4chan, for trolling 4chan.
Yeah.
She used to, all the 4chaners used to go in to fuck with her, right? So what she did, and a few times she finally got caught laughing, she would like start screaming like, oh, I'm being molested, I'm being raped. And what she just completely played into their hands and gave them what they wanted, which was making the girl freak out. Now, at first, people thought she was just a nutty streamer, but it turned out she was just raking in the money. Yep. She trolled 4chan successfully. Probably one of the only people to do it. Well, no, wait, that's ANISA. I didn't recognize her without the shitty tattoos. Yeah.
So you can save yourself the 5 minutes it took you to Google anime girl sleeping and put it into your video because it's completely pointless. It would make sense if she were referencing something when she threw up these visualizations or clarifying something, but she's not. It's not even entertaining. These are just the first GIFs that she finds on Google and puts it in her video, and they serve no purpose except for being fucking annoying. You don't need visualizations.
She did this whole thing with the webcam too, because you can hear the fan in the background.
For every single keyword that comes out of your mouth that looks like you just ate a whole tube of lipstick with. I can't emphasize enough that lack of entertainment really showcases her content as a whole.
Well, I will say this, Britney was entertaining. Britney was entertaining. She really was. And then she became like a kind of a right-leaning commentator for a while after she trolled 4chan. And she knew just what to do with them. It was so great. Gamer from Mars put her in the YouTube Hall of Fame, or some influencer Hall of Fame that he had. Yeah, which she belongs there for sure. Her career cooled like everybody else's does eventually, but yeah, she's a legend.
It's not exciting, it's not entertaining, it's not unique, she's just trying too hard. You can see here that her YouTube channel is a variety channel. It has some gimmicky, trendy stuff like this DIY tutorial. You know, a video where you're supposed to learn how to actually do something.
Alright, so just letting everybody know I'm an idiot. I'm a giant idiot that had a clear back to peel off, and I didn't peel it off for about 20 minutes. But it's okay, because I learned that these dudes definitely need to be peeled.
Yeah, she couldn't even teach how to iron on patches in her tutorial video.
She did an iron on patches and fucked it up tutorial. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but her channel in recent times is mainly filled with
more interested in her character.
Videos promoting positivity. You know, because she's so fucking paused. Like with her advice videos where she gives the most groundbreaking advice you ever heard.
You should never let a mistake tell you who you are. Nor should you let a mistake define and dictate.
Who the fuck are you? I mean, everybody talks to me like that. I guess, is she talking to the young girls now? Why do people, I don't know, feel like I can understand, like, somebody came here, I'm going to join the army, I'll give them some insight in that, or maybe some experiences, relationships I have. But these people talk in such platitudes, like, never, ever, ever give up. Always love yourself. And it's like just empty fucking language, you know, to make yourself sound like you give a shit. And I can tell you right now, ANISA does not give a shit here.
that you are going to make in the future. The first and foremost important thing is communication. Communication is key for any relationship to work.
No, I thought you could. Oh, let's do that again.
Important thing is communication. Communication is key for any relationship to work.
She has some mental awareness videos and some storytime videos on her channel. You know, like where she virtue signals about how she heroically saved the fat person at the gym and stood up to bullies to tell them that making fun of fat people wasn't okay, and it totally wasn't about how good of a Samaritan she is.
What do you do with the Jews?
These women are just standing there staring at her. What possibly could be so wrong with this woman that these two girls have to sit there and ridicule her from a distance?
Does she not look like the girl that would be doing that? Like, doesn't she fit that perfectly? Like her face, her attitude, the one that would ridicule some poor girl. I need to lose some weight and she's fat and shit. By the way, I'm that guy when I go to the gym. You know? And I'm sure people are like, look at that fat ass being here. Yeah, I'm trying not to be a fat ass. You know?
So as I'm sitting there, the two girls look at me and they go, "Can you believe that somebody that large is taking up our gym time?" And that's when I lost it. Look in the mirror or hear what they were saying.
I wouldn't be shocked. I swear to God. And I'd be willing to put money down if somehow it could be proven. I bet she's talking about herself. I bet any amount of money. Can I prove it? No, never. I bet she did that with another chick and thought it would be a really fucking good idea to grandstand on it later. Because nothing brings you YouTube users like grandstanding.
Like, that is a million times more disgusting than any fucking abomination I can even dream up. And I'm just sitting there flabbergasted at the idea that there's these two women actually ridiculing somebody.
There's two. Wait a minute. You're flabbergasted by women ridiculing women. Would you just fall out of the sack yesterday? I mean, really? Teenage girls know that's bullshit.
Who has the balls to get up and go to the gym.
Hey guys, story time about the time I visited a child with cancer. Hey guys, another story time video, the time I stopped a transgender woman from committing suicide. Hey guys, here's another story time video of the time I defended a black person because of someone saying the N-word.
So this is where the fucking charity horseshit comes in. This is her dopamine. An evil woman has to be praised as some kind of Mother Teresa or something like that. This is the insight I was looking for.
To them.
Literally.
You know, it's kind of like when people film themselves giving money to homeless people. It really makes you think, what's the purpose of you doing that? But that's not the only thing she does, because once in a while, if we're lucky, we on the YouTube platform are blessed to be able to witness her amazing acting skills that she's practiced for years.
You know, fucking Britney was ahead of her time. A 50-minute fucking takeout video. This was unheard of back then. You know, you got your takedown like 10, 20 minutes. You know, 30 if it was a big story. Back in the old commentary days. Now Britney was mostly a streamer, by the way.
If you guys look at my old YouTube, it's all I used to do was skits.
Hysterical.
Wow, that's so deep.
Dealing with watching Idubbbz girlfriend's videos.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Sorry it's a little bit deep, this one.
One thing that's really annoying about her videos on YouTube is her positive affirmations and platitudes. I kind of mentioned it before about sending her paused vibes, but she always feels the need to pander to her insecure viewers that she's never seen before, telling them about how they're beautiful and they don't need to change.
I really, really, really believe in
Well,
this.
you're a fat ass. You need to change.
This isn't a lie at all. I really believe that anybody can be beautiful at any weight. I
You can clean yourself up, but not everybody can be beautiful. I got news for you.
think that people can be unhealthy at certain weights.
That's like saying everybody can be smart and everybody can be fast.
But I still can admire and worship the human body in all forms, and maybe that's the artist in me. I don't know.
Isn't it great? Like you have a girl. I don't know if this makes you feel as a woman. All right, she has a killer body. Can we both agree on that, Jeannie?
Yeah. I said yeah.
How does that make fucking you feel when this girl that's gotten the gift of the killer body? I'm sure she takes care of herself. I'm sure she hits the gym. She's pretty athletic, right? It's just talking in platitudes like this. It's like you could like you could do it. You could be me. You know. It's I don't know. How does that make you feel as a chick?
I don't know if it really makes me feel anything. I'm just like, really?
What are you, German?
As in, like, are you serious? What?
All right, let's say this because you're a very pretty girl. What if you're a fat chick, like a really fat chick, not a big old ass? How would that make you feel?
It would depend on my age. I think that's the thing. If I now
19-year-old girl constantly struggling with her weight.
Really? You really think I can do this?
Okay, 25-year-old girl struggling. 25-year-old girl struggling with their weight.
This bitch is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. You can be beautiful.
No, but you're awesome, and you're really hot.
You know what? I think it's like it's cool to say you can improve no matter what. Yeah, I think there's something to improve. No, everybody can be beautiful. It's like you could really play in Major League Baseball if you really no, you have to have the gift and then really want it.
You're beautiful at your heaviest weight, and you're beautiful at your lightest weight. Don't think you're any less attractive just because you're not at your ideal weight.
Because fuck improvement, you know? Bettering yourself? Don't know him. She's supporting the behavior of not improving yourself, yet she made a whole video dedicated to how much she hates that.
I just want to live in a world where we still admire and glorify the idea of pushing through things, bettering ourselves, and not letting our setbacks tell us who we are.
She'll just take any popular talking point and go with it. Who watched that? I bet there's just a bunch of creepy guys watching those videos.
Despite her making these videos about
or
mental
young
health,
girls is what I'm thinking.
Oh, God.
I'm thinking younger girls, like tweens and then like early teens.
Yeah, but back then, when younger girls watching that shit, I think it was just creepy guys.
Yes.
Oh, well, I guess. Well, you're one of them. Yeah, I can't really. Okay, but weren't you kind of the only one that was this deep in the internet growing up? Weren't you kind of an oddball?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody.
Yeah, but no, I would know. But but the whole of like improvement stuff, like they would like if you're a fucking mentally ill girly,
yeah,
you're gonna want somebody to feed into your delirium, and by saying you can improve and like give it like it'd be this whole motivational speech type thing, so they would listen to that.
Yeah. My feelings.
So I do know of girls who were watching ANISA's videos.
Okay, all right, so I'm wrong. By the way, my biggest feeling fell out today when I was chewing gum.
It's the tooth that's been wiggling, or
no? That one,
different
yeah.
one.
So now I got to go to the dentist, and they're gonna pull my tooth out. I'm sure. It sucks.
then being paused, how she's a good person, how you're all beautiful people, so you should be body positive. She has a long history of not practicing what she preaches. For example, she's made fun of people for their weight on several occasions.
Yeah, one shot.
Sarah Silverman's got to be the most unlikable. I'm surprised that she gets less hate than that whale.
Fucking Christian Bale will wear that hat. I want to take it from him.
The leather
Amy
wearing.
Schumer?
Yeah, Amy Schumer.
Oh God!
I'm surprised that car can hold up on that. The
You're based, Redfield.
crash test rating on that car must be
all right. She's a phony. She's a good-looking phony. Now she looks like a skateboard, as Nick says.
amazing. It's nice to know that the car can handle that kind of weight
Oh wow!
without denting.
So am I so off now that I said that she was the one in the gym making fun of fucking girls, and then hey, let me virtue signal and pretend it was somebody else? Is it really that out of the realm of possibility? I don't think so.
to our knowledge. It might have dented, actually. Who knows?
I really believe that anybody can be beautiful at any weight.
Not really feeling those paused vibes there, but you know, maybe that's just the artist in her.
I know why she hated Amy Schumer, because it was popular to hate her at the time. She's a YouTuber. It's about money. You guys think it's about anything less than money and nuts? Or my guy isn't. It's all about money. Even the good ones, even the honest ones, it's money. That's why they do the things they do. If the whole thing shifts on Diorio, right, you can say you were on the ground when it shifted on Ethan, and Diorio's a sweeper. And I've been telling you all along, believe me, that's what it's about.
Maybe that's the artist in me, I don't know.
She also played fuck, marry, kill with people that she had public issue with, where she encouraged her stream to make fun of them. Even one of her moderators made fun of one of the streamers on the screen's weight, and she laughed about it. She encouraged it. The real banger here is when she did the anti-insult. The same exact thing that Idubbbz criticized Leafy for.
I'd like to address what I like to call the anti-insult. Anti-insult is great. It's for people who want to make sort of crude remarks in their online videos but don't really want any backlash. I'm not going to be talking about the kid today after showing a picture of his fucked up snaggletooth to my millions of followers.
I mean, I guess this is...
I still love that video. And I actually like, by the way, Leafy's back, by the way, on Twitter, no joke.
It's good because she's getting her fitness in. So, can't really complain about this scene. Appreciating his fine automobile and his fine lady at the same time while she's getting some fitness. Can't hate on this.
It's very obvious that she's making fun of the woman here while implying that she isn't.
Is that woman in a wheelchair? Hold on a second.
Oh, no.
This.
It's very obvious.
That's a different one, I think.
She's a fucking little person. No, is that one of those?
What are you going on?
Her? I think she's the one because of her proportions.
Wait, what does this have to do with anything?
Well, like, this is the anti-insult. You don't understand? That's a lot of shoes.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. What am I missing?
No,
here?
that's showing the example. But why were you going so deep into it? Is what I'm saying.
Because I'm weird.
Yeah, I can tell.
Fucking weird. And even though I wasn't weird, I would have got weird doing this shit for God long. How long? I'm a fucking weird guy.
That she's making fun of the woman here while implying that she isn't. Really sneaky and passive-aggressive of her. I guess she doesn't call herself the sneaky snake of YouTube for nothing. You know, but don't judge her because we all make mistakes. We're all human. As I stated before, she promotes being mentally healthy, you know, like her sage advice of going to the therapist.
Seek help, get therapy, see a psychiatrist, get medication if you need
Yeah, dude, my dumb took that advice.
it, talk to somebody.
But look at what we have here. Here is Idubbbz's girlfriend promoting a tweet that is wishing death on a streamer. Mir Nisu, the same girl that she laughed at for her weight before on the stream.
That's funny. So this is all here before. It was all here before. So actually, now I feel a little less sympathetic for Idubbbz. It was all there. I was date one of these streamers. I would have watched I'd be looking for. That's me though. I'd have studied, before I get involved with this broad. Here's what happened. I banged the chick. She wants to meet me again. I'd study for a weekend and decide if I wanted to do it again. Because once you do it twice, then they expect you to hang around. You women are ridiculous, by the way.
A smidge.
They'll let you get. They'll let you get away with one. You do two, you're abusing her. There's no such thing as a 2 one-night stands, folks.
There was also that time where she accused Venus Angelic of lying about her eating disorder.
Not because I wanted to, but because I couldn't keep it in my stomach.
Who the fuck is that?
I puked about 10 to 15 times a day for about an
Oh, she's doing some kind of covering thing. Okay.
entire month. So
What the fuck? You'd be dead! You would be dead! If you puke 10 times a day for a month, you would be dead! You wouldn't be alive, that's a lie, there's no...
I'm gonna back Anisa on this one. She's just calling it. She's calling balls and strikes here.
way you can put that. That's a month. That's not real. There's no way. You'd literally be dead.
Which kind of brings me to my
I don't think that was a good. I think this is the only hole in the video I've seen so far. I mean, that's just her calling out because that is bullshit. She would be dead. She's right.
next point.
I'm not gonna lie.
What? You didn't do that when you were younger.
I didn't say anything. What?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was you. Here, I got fooled.
That wasn't me. Holy
Which
shit!
kind of
Oh
brings
my
me
fucking
to
God.
my next point.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I thought it was you. I thought it was you. Sorry.
You motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
Idubbbz' girlfriend has a video about being anorexic and body dysmorphic on YouTube. And of course she took the opportunity in that video to give positive affirmations, kiss ass, doing what every generic YouTuber would do.
A shit ton of positives that outweigh any negatives, like you're a human being, you're beautiful.
Gotta get those virtue points. But of course, what's a good video about body dysmorphia and anorexia without a little bit of cringy acting starring Princess Pear herself? And act like you're really sad because you're anorexic. Alright,
How I learned to deal with it.
cut. The issue I have with this video
Stop throwing up. I don't know.
is that some things just don't
Oh God, she's going after her teeth. Yeah, I noticed that too. God, you women are brutal, man.
add up. The first being that she says she loves curvy, thick women, so much that she wishes her body was like Momo-kun's or
You can fucking go to McDonald's and take more Denny's to take care of that too.
Jessica Negri's, which are two women that are obviously not stick thin, especially Momo-kun. Idubbbz' girlfriend wears push-up bikinis to make her breasts look bigger, and she posts pictures of her ass on the sink to make it look bigger online for the world to see, which is not really something you would do if you were body dysmorphic and anorexic.
Good point.
Because you would want your
Are you saying Britney she was never anorexic and she just virtue signaling? Now you really see like this video is working out better than I thought. Now between Britney's petty I hate this girl, she's making excellent points. You know, and you see that you saw this from her for the past couple of years. And like Britney had told, it is third hand, I'll be honest with you. It's like she became like she would get into this and get into that, and then she'd become an expert on it. And one of those things was boxing. Lucky for her eclectic interest led to 2 ass beatings for her husband.
your body to look smaller, you know, to look skinnier like how she wants.
I have for a long time felt a lot of value in how thin I was, how much fat I could grab, how small the waist was on my body. And now something that I've been dealing with and focusing with is the size of my butt, which isn't fantastic. But
It's just really strange that she wanted to enhance parts of her body to look bigger, to have a voluptuous look when she claims that she wanted to be really thin and small.
Lying?
I mean, does the person she aspires to be look small to you?
Oh, fuck.
Idubbbz' girlfriend has also self-proclaimed to be curvy before, and clearly in a proud manner, as well as drawing herself as a voluptuous figure, which is strange since she claims to have body dysmorphia.
Now we've explained obviously the different types of hips, we can explain how you can get them wider. So number one, obviously if you have normal hips, you could always gain tons of weight and then go and lipo everything and send it
Woo! I like that
down
one.
below.
It would make more sense if she were drawing herself as either really fat or really skinny. Really fat because that would be how she's perceiving herself because she claims to have body dysmorphia. She'd be viewing herself as really fat, which is why she would develop the eating disorder and starving herself to be skinny. Or if she was trying to stroke her ego, she would have drew herself as really skinny or petite. Again, she said she viewed being curvy as an attractive, positive thing on several occasions. So that must mean that
When it
she
came
views
down to
herself
doing
as
it.
attractive. And she tries to make herself look attractive by making herself look thick and curvy, not skinny and petite.
from when I was about 12 years old until
Oh, I'm going nuts. I want to get that chat in there so bad.
Oh my god.
It's driving me
Okay.
berserk. You know that? Oh, let me give it one more shot.
I could tell because you've been going
and I've
around
been playing
on
with it over and over fucking again. It makes me nuts. Ugh.
Good lord.
Logging into YouTube. No, it didn't work.
Yeah, no,
I
Agent brought up a really good point a
What
bit
is it?
back. It was about like, look at the T channels, Tommy. That's how they got popular. The makeup channels become drama and got popular from the tween to teenage. Because that's how I kind of looked at it. Was
probably right.
'cause I mean, I'm probably very surface level. Was the T stuff I got into is basically
I don't
just
see
a
you being
recap
into
of
the
what had
T.
gone on.
I don't see you getting into
I
it.
was a little bit.
Oh, were you really? Oh, you're still a chick.
I want to say probably 17, 18. It was when I got it. It was like
okay.
junior year of high school. When I looked at it, it was like a month thing.
There really wasn't
basically
one good Chi channel. I mean, Willie really hit that on the head. They all sucked.
No, there wasn't one.
You know,
I can't even like. I literally like. There's channels I'll remember, but like with the tea stuff, I never would remember any.
And it was so.
I can't even remember the name of the one I actually covered. Like actually watched. I think it was just called like something like tea, like something Teastify or whatever.
Teastify, yeah.
But it was always on. Yeah, Ghost Gaming. It was always on the Jeffree Star because I had known of Jeffree Star, not from the makeup tutorials. To be fair, it was from some of the music he's done and was on.
I heard some that was awful. I don't know how you could like that. This is driving me fucking berserk. I don't know why.
I can tell.
It won't authorize.
Someone's got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Would you rather piss yourself in public or poo yourself in private?
Well, I'll piss myself in. Well, I think, poo yourself in private. How much? Wait a minute. How much? Like a complete log? Like a complete log? Because, I'm 48 years old. There has been accidents that I had to clean up. I'll tell you you want to hear a funny piss story?
What?
Do you ever hear the knockout game?
No.
Well, chat, has anybody ever heard of the knockout game? It's really dangerous and kids get killed for it. I didn't hear. If I'd have heard kids gotten killed for it, what you do is you take like a hoodie or something, right? And you pull it right to the point where you just pass out and your friend lets go. And then you just kind of like get like high for a minute, right? It can and does kill people. And if you have like some undiagnosed heart condition, you're fucked, right? So I was on a bus with two kids headed to my latchkey program, right? And I'd done it twice before. And I said, yeah, do it again, right? So I started fading out, right? And then when I came to, I had pissed my fucking pants all the way down my leg. I was about
oh my God,
12 or 11 years old. But here's the worst part, right? I'm just about to get out. There's no way. It's like, right. It's not like one spot where I can go and kind of dry it off or something. It's down my fucking leg, right? And just in time, because these kids would have made fun of me. So I kind of squeak my way off the bus. I go right to the fucking bathroom, right? I get in the stall. I take my pants. No, it fucking smells and everything else, right? So I'm in a latchkey program. So I got to wait another 3 hours till 5 o'clock to get picked up by my parents. Normally I'm pretty active, playing basketball, running around, jungle gym, the whole freaking nine, right? So I just, and I always had to avoid these girls that used to pick on me, right? So, yeah, they were real bitches. I think both of them got fucking pregnant in high school. Good, fuck you.
Good,
but,
yeah.
But whatever. But whatever. So I sat in the gym. You could go to the gym, you can go outside. People are asking me to play. And I just said, I don't feel good. And I sat with my coat over my legs, even to the point of because I was so scared. You piss yourself at 11, 12 years old, you're screwed. Over my legs with my trapper keeper on top in this one spot where I could, like, so there's no other angle you could see it. And the people in the latchkey program were like, you want to come out? Is everything okay? I was like, I'm not feeling well. I'd like to sit it out. And then not only that, it wasn't, my parents came an hour late. I had to sit there from 2 o'clock to 6 and I didn't get up once.
Jesus.
Right? Yeah. So that's what you get for playing the fucking knockout game. And then a couple weeks later, I saw like NBC News, New York, the knockout game, a fatality up in Brooklyn. I'm like, fuck! Like I had no idea how dangerous it was, you know? Here in Philly, a journalism student who shit themselves multiple-hour bus ride about their experience and having shot yourself. So yeah, pee yourself in public sucked. So if like, I don't know, if you like sit down and miss the toilet, maybe you have some really bad diarrhea or something, you can clean that up and no one would ever know the fucking difference. You piss yourself in public, especially if you're a kid, that sucks. And as drunk as I've ever been, and I've been drunk a few times, I never did that once. I've been really drunk. Yeah, funny. Back to this broad.
You've given up on
I would say
job.
17.
Yeah.
I weighed around 170 pounds, varying in weight.
She never weighed 170 pounds. You believe that?
And it wasn't until grade 12 that I
mean,
felt
I could.
Okay, it's impossible.
I could.
All right.
a massive amount of pressure to start controlling what I ate. And I started eating very little, and I went from 170 pounds to 110
She ain't 170 pounds there.
pounds.
No, not there.
In my
Fuck that.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, look at that, though. She is not 170
started
pounds.
eating very little, and I went from 170 pounds
She's thicker, but still thin.
to 110 pounds.
That's such horse shit. She definitely lost weight. Oh, God.
Yeah.
What a phony.
In my third year of college, I told
And
myself...
you know what's great? Idubbbz has to wake up with this woman every fucking day, and he doesn't love him at motherfucking all. I bet my right arm. Everything. She's the ultimate YouTuber. Her and Chud Logic should go fucking bowling. They're the ultimate. He's the ultimate YouTuber. Everything's content. Everyone's content. Right, Chud?
I was going to lose weight. I went from 175 pounds to 130, and I've kept it off. I would argue that that defines me as a person.
The issue is that she said in this video that she was 170 pounds until she was 17 and began to develop an eating disorder and
She's about 100. She might be 120 there. That's about it.
I put her up to max 140. That's where
Max,
I put
I
her.
don't know. 140.
lost all the weight and ended up being 110 pounds. But
Well,
then she
the thing is, you
contradicts
can't see
that in her
legs.
New Year's resolution video that she made after. She said in this video that she was actually 175 pounds using the same photo and that it was now her third year of college where she would be approximately 20 to 22 years old and that she lost a massive amount of weight to
that's
be
so
actually
funny.
130 pounds through fitness and not starvation. 20 to 22 years old is nowhere near 17 years old. She's also wearing the same shirt that she did in the picture where she claims to be 110 pounds.
Wait a minute, what?
And it doesn't really look like a 20-pound weight difference to me from one photo to the other.
No, it really doesn't. Is she from Edmonton?
I'm sure she just remembered wrong or something, and that she totally didn't fake a mental illness for some YouTube clout, because what kind of person would she be if she called out Venus Angelic for faking an eating disorder, if she actually did that herself?
I don't know if she called, in fairness, I gotta criticize Britney here. I don't know if she called her out for faking a thing. I think she was saying there's no way you puke 10 times, right? And look, a lot of people, she was probably puking a lot and then exaggerated. And
Liar. That's what she would be. A dirty, filthy fucking liar. In addition to that, if you look at this photo, which she broadcasted both on her stream and social media, she's around 12 or 13 here doing the math, which is the exact range of when she said she was 170 pounds, or at least overweight. On her stream, it's implied that she said she was 15, but either way, it's still in the range of when she was supposed to be overweight in general. The shirt that she's wearing in this photo was also very trendy in the time range of when she would have been, let's say, 12 to 17, as well as the point-and-shoot camera, so it all seems to add up. So keep in mind, her height in her adulthood is 5'6" or 5'7". She switches the numbers depending on her mood. So just for a frame of reference, this is my friend Jessica, or Jessie XOW.
here she is. I've never seen a picture of her. I consider. I think I could say Jessica. 'Cause we're kind of tight, right?
Yeah, I'd say
That's Jessica's. I had touch base with her before taking this video. Oh, I've never seen Jessica's.
She's a streamer, and she lost a lot of weight.
She got like a 20 grand donation one time. Yeah, I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Recently. In this photo here, she is around 165 pounds, maybe even 160 here, and she's also 5'7". I know this because I've met her in person before, and I'm 5'6". Clearly, this looks nothing like this as far as mass goes. In fact, Idubbbz's girlfriend kind of looks skinny here, if anything. It's also strange that she's wearing the world's most unflattering shirt for someone that would be overweight. It's a boxy cut shirt with horizontal stripes, a pattern infamous for making people, look fat. And not to mention, it's in a bright color too, so it's basically like a sign that screams, "Look at me and how fat I am." If she were fat, that is. If you're overweight, you wouldn't want to draw attention to your body in an unflattering manner.
No. What do you say, Eugenie?
Eugenia Coone donated $5. Get this way off my screen, please.
So my question is, if she's not lying, then why are these date ranges really not adding up? She has the same behavior with claiming that she has OCD and that she's been diagnosed and treated professionally. She said that she was diagnosed on campus by a therapist and that the therapist...
She has NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. I bet my right arm on that too.
This was a psychology
I'm gonna
teacher.
run out of arms though if I get one wrong.
And psychology teachers don't really mean that they're a psychiatrist, someone who's actually qualified to diagnose you, but you know, her.
Yeah, didn't we? Wait a minute, didn't what's it? She's a hypochondriac, constantly self-diagnosing.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a
that
lot of insight here.
mic.
Hers was certified. There seems to be a conflicting story here because sometimes she says that she was medicated and then other times she says she wasn't. I guess having mental illnesses is
Constantly lying about the most minute things. Shocking.
just really trendy and quirky lately. Alright, next up on the list is her drama with Sky Williams. Sky Williams made the
I didn't know about this.
mistake of defending Idubbbz' girlfriend on Twitter because
That was a big mistake.
he thought that he was friends with her, which is understandable considering that she said that she cared so much about him.
Many of you tweeted at me and said, well, why didn't you just DM Ian and talk?
By the way, Sky Williams, one of the nicest guys I've ever met in this business. My problem is he hits on me because I'm a big fuzzy bear, as he said. Really, he's one of the coolest.
To him about this instead of dragging it out and putting it in a video. Well, I did. He's been pretty unresponsive with me for about 4 months. I'm not sure if his girlfriend had anything to do with it. Hey, look.
You know, I don't send him messages anymore. But one or two reasons he hits on me. The other thing is I don't want to because the technicals thing. And technicals did a lot of nice things for this guy, by the way. Oh, did you hear technicals? I was wrong. I got to admit, I was 100% wrong about technicals. That video made an impact. It made an impact. Did you hear this, chat? Put ones in the chat if you heard about this. Technicals got people unbanned. They are, because of hacks and suicide, this is it. They are taking the unreasonable bans in the Smash community, all the unreasonable ones, and they're taking a look at them because I was wrong. I gotta say, I was 100% fucking wrong. This video had an impact on this community. First guy up for unbanning, a guy Technicals made a video on, who was protecting this Nero Zero fucking guy or anything. Yeah, he was kicked out of the community for covering up those pedos. That's the result of the hacks video. So this guy may get unbanned because of Technical's hacks video, only to let the pedos back in. Apparently he's first up. Way to go, Tech. Good job.
Hands are clean of it. Used to be friends with her.
What's that?
He delivered. He delivered on his
promise. He delivered on his promise. I have to. Look, when you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm no queenman here. I'll fess up. I take it, I'll take it, and I take that L down. He has had an impact on that community. Those TOs are seeing things straight. I mean, one of these guys might kill themselves if they're banned on if they're banned. They took it. I took a chance to bring a guy back that's a queen.
I found out someone showed me like hella stream highlights of her talking the meanest shit to me. And I didn't know because I'm on Twitter defending her, right? Saw that shit. Then I cried to her in DMs. And no, I was drunk.
Yeah, no more arms, you're right.
And I literally cried. I'm sobbing to her. I'm gonna react on this head on. I want to be better, so I constantly ask for help, and I'm going to be better. I've heard you tonight. Everything you said made so much sense, and I just, no matter what, I want you to know that I'm learning, I'm listening, and I'm going to be better. That's it. That's it. I'm fine. I'm gonna take my sleeping meds, and I'm just gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna just keep working and just pray to God that, this all doesn't blow up in my face. 2 weeks later, nigga, and then I said, nah. Hey, ANISA. Our friendship's delicious. I'm gonna go defend you on Twitter. See ya. La 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 la. You had to kill him. The boy is a good friend to you and defends you on multiple occasions on the platform we call Twitter. And you kill him. How are you gonna live with yourself? Whatever. I never understood it. I mean, maybe that bitch just swings the best neck of her life. I don't know, but oh well.
But I give a shit that Sky is such a fucking manipulative piece of shit that he just blows wherever the wind blows, so that's cool. It's really hypocrite. I hate hypocrites, man.
And that really hurt not only Sky's feelings, but also his mental health, and it led to him taking his really long hiatus, which he only recently came out of. I know this because I talked to him privately about it, and it definitely did steer him.
Sky had other problems at the time, too.
Into a
My advice, don't get involved with Smash competitively.
Depression, a really bad depression at that. And it's not that I'm trying to so much victimize him as I am trying to point out that it's ironic that she promotes mental health but then steers someone into a really bad depression. And what do we have here? The Zoe Burgher incident. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Perfect example.
Was Sky on the baited episode of Zoe? Hey, all you baited maniacs, because I talked to Sky that day. Sky was on that episode with Zoe, correct?
Let's see.
I didn't know. They seemed like they loved each other.
Example of Idubbbz's girlfriend just blatantly lying. Zoe Burgher.
Going back in time is kind of fun, right?
Is an infamous YouTuber / streamer, infamous for shaking her ass for money. She wanted to join Zoe Burgher's Thought Squad, which she herself called that.
Didn't you want to join Zoe's Ho Squad? No, I never wanted to. I never wanted to join Zoe's Ho Squad.
I don't think she was on a bit. Yeah, Zoe was. But I don't know if Sky came on later because I heard Sky that day. I talked to him on Twitch. First time I met him.
It's really funny that she calls it a thought squad as well. Because she said publicly before to not shame sex workers.
Because she's going to become one someday.
People shouldn't make fun of porn stars.
Why not?
You were supposed to come and hang out with me in Celestia after you begged Celestia. I have the Skype screenshots. You begged her to come hang out with me. I didn't know her or you, but she pulled you a favor so that you could come hang out with us. You back out because Idubbbz tells you it's a bad idea to associate with me.
Basically, she sucked up to Celestia Vega.
Also false.
Begging to be a part of Zoe's Ho Squad, but Idubbbz told her not to, so she
That's true.
Wait a minute.
I never wanted to
They had the evidence on screen that she sucked up the Celestia Vega. That's so funny.
join Zoe's Ho Squad.
By the doubt, this would have been the time when she's talking to Dave.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah. Dave never gave up any important information. Goes through my
Then you proceed to go on for the next couple of weeks and tweet about me every now and then, talking crap.
I don't really give a shit about Zoe, to be honest. I really don't.
You listen to Idubbbz advice over the bond of friendship that you had with Celeste.
I will say this, Zoe was, she's pretty polarizing back then. I don't know if it was such a, you know what Idubbbz probably said to her, if I had to guess, it's probably not a good career move at this stage. You know?
And eventually regretted that because just a week.
Well, you shouldn't tell people you want to do it. Yeah, they probably did. She sucked up. He convinced her, and then she left them all in red. Yeah.
Later, you posted a parody video of the Scarce video you were supposed to be in if you had.
Oh. She was supposed to be in the classic skit. Oh wow! I did not know that.
Had not been a flake. How about we talk about why your boyfriend won't promote anything about you? Is he trying to keep your ass a secret? Why is he one of the biggest fucking
I don't know if I doubt that.
YouTubers and he can't help your ass out? I think you picked the wrong side. You should have come and hung out and facilitated making friends.
You know why she did it? Because women are so fucking manipulative. Because she's probably everybody's putting on each other on another hand. So she's putting her on the hand as, I'm insecure because my boyfriend doesn't put me out there. And so she's saying that to really, really dig at her. That's really, really mean. Girls are so mean. Girls are way meaner than men. Way meaner. The only difference is girl will make funny and try to humiliate and emasculate. A guy might torture you and kill you.
Yeah. But
So women are better.
instead, you decided to be a snake, hop on his fucking dick for more whatever you think perceived celebrity, and failed.
You're just as bad as everybody else when you're talking about giving women equal rights in esports, but they have to look a certain way.
Let's say that there's a very overweight, unattractive female. All right, let's say she is
Who's just amazing at COD.
amazing at COD, right? Would she end up on your team or no?
Fuck no. Who wants to look at that shit? I miss these days. Put one in the chat if you miss these days.
Oh.
She has no place on the team.
Hey, I'm doing what Chud told me. I'm going back to the old school. By the way, I'm covering face banks tomorrow.
Unfortunately.
Like, what is wrong with you? Do you understand what you're saying? Women of a certain weight? Nah, disgusting animals. Fuck you. I don't want you on my team. You don't deserve equal rights. Fucking lose some weight, fatty. But, you know, 125 big titties chick, yeah, hell yeah, you deserve equal.
In fairness to Zoe,
Woo!
although in principle I agree with Anissa. In fairness to Zoe, the idea was to make money, not be good at video games.
Right.
Then that whale, the leather.
And Zoe found out you can't have both.
Wearing, yeah, Amy Schumer.
I hate hypocrites, man.
Personally, I think the best part is that it was Idubbbz that stopped her from joining. Like, if he didn't intervene, she would have joined it. The reason I find it so amusing is because the career destroyer Idubbbz doesn't want his girlfriend to be a thought, but then you see a clip like this.
I didn't know. I never watched this whole video. Or I forgot the whole thing, which is entirely possible. Jesus Christmas. He's probably looking at the monitor.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. That could be bad.
Look at him just watching her bent over with her boobs into the camera, and he's just...
Wouldn't he turn his head to the right?
Well, unless he was watching the cam, like, you know how the camera, like
Yeah, but I don't
have it show on the screen.
Listen, I'm old fashioned. I want to see your tits. If I don't have to see a reflection of your tits on the screen, I'll just look directly at them. I don't know. Who knows? People are weird nowadays.
He looks perfectly...
Nobody wants to fucking ink blot. What do I know? I'm just old and old fashioned.
okay with it. But then when she tries to join a thought squad, oh no, that's going too far. You're gonna ruin my image as Idubbbz, the career destroyer. I can't have a thought as a girlfriend. It just doesn't really make sense to me. Like, if he doesn't want something like that ruining his image, he really made a poor choice by dating.
I disagree with her completely on this. I don't think he cared about having a thought for a girlfriend. He cared about her being with Zoe Burgher. And I have to say, although I couldn't confirm any of them, and I'm not going to give them, there were a lot of rumors around that time about what she was like in the back. My experience with her was fine, right? But I heard stay away myself. So I don't know if Britney didn't know that or not, but I heard plenty of things about Zoe Burgher, right?
Dating her.
You know, she started using Let Me O after she came in one of my streams. You know, yeah, she did. Yeah.
Idubbbz really needs to face the fact that his girlfriend has sold her body on the internet before, in the most literal.
Yeah, see, I don't buy any of this because I don't think he married. I think he got involved with the girl. I don't think that he has some kind. But in fairness, remember when the OnlyFans thing came out and everybody was accusing him of, and maybe I just don't know about it, accusing him of kind of going back on his former principles about being a thought and stuff. Maybe you guys can help me with this. I don't remember finding any past statements. Like, the only thing is that Green State, you're a slut or something like that. Was he like, Idubbbz got laid and then he broke his mind? Yeah, I think it was more than the sex. Like, this girl worked him over mentally. Honestly, pussy. This is gonna what pussy will do to a man. Pussy doesn't do that, man. Being constantly nagged and afraid to speak up—that's what does it. And then you get somebody like her that sees those weaknesses really well, and they just double down until you're broken like a horse. Yeah.
Sense of writing people's names on her breasts for money. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. That's actually art.
Also, here's another thing: guys almost never break up; they wait to be broken up with.
I am a very impulsive person, but nothing has been more impulsive than my decision to quit university and romp away 12 hours from my parents to go be an artist on the West Coast.
It takes a real artist's hand to do that. Honestly, I'm like over an hour into recording and I can't fit all her lies into this slide. But before I go into the next slide, just know that she's lied about even who she is as a person, ethnically. She's lied about her.
What did she say there? He said she was Irish. The Irish know a thing or two about oppression. Oh, not anybody was born after fucking the Northern Irish, maybe. Hold on a second.
Away 12 hours from my parents to go be an artist on the West Coast.
It takes a real artist's hand to do that. Honestly, I'm like over an hour into recording and I can't fit all her lies into this slide. But before I go into the next slide, just know that she's lied about even who she is as a person.
I'm like 50% Irish. I pee myself in the shower. No, I've been peed on. 25% Italian and only 8% Arab.
Ethnically.
Selfie, Arab girl hair, brunette. Is that a... Did Fold say that's JOMHA's not an Arabic name? Did he correct me or did he correct me? Because I always thought she sounded a little Middle Eastern, but they probably jumped, I don't know. Well, it's consistent what she says now. Let's see.
She's lied about her height. She's even lied about being poor in one of her many...
Americans and Canadians always lie about their background or ethnicity. And some of them not even by person because they were told something different. I did not know I was German until my grandmother died. And it said Schneider in big letters. I'm like, wait a minute.
attempts to get pity pennies.
I'm on day 4 of this
I found out 2 things. I was told I was English and Irish growing up all the way. Both sides turned out to not be true, which I'm glad about the English part, especially in recent events and other things like oppression. No, just kidding. No, I'm not English because my grandmother was adopted. And they found her father and her baptism, her Catholic baptism certificate, so she didn't have to get baptized twice when she converted, right? And then my grandfather's name was Shaw, so I always assumed my grandmother, her name was, I always assumed that, you know, that's a super Irish name, that she was Irish too. And then when she died, because nobody fucking told her name until I was 25 years old, it says Schneider. I was also talking to my Italian, who I'm not directly related to. I have no Italian blood, my Italian cousin. So I said, we're fucking German.
Vegan shit. Way harder to do.
Does look like
okay. When you don't have money. You know what I've been eating for the past 3 days?
It's one of the richest YouTubers.
Anybody want to take a guess? It's literally just it's just avocado that I've squirted lemon on.
If she's so poor, then why doesn't she just use Idubbbz like she normally does?
I did not cheat on anybody.
Cheating. Well, this might be interesting.
Some of you watching this video are probably like, holy shit, how has no one else made a video about this before? And that's actually because she's protected by proxy, because she's in a relationship with Idubbbz, and if someone speaks out against her, they're basically ruining their chances of ever working with Idubbbz again, or maybe they just don't want to end up in a content cop or something like that. But if they were worried about being in a content cop or something like that, just know that the Pear Princess herself said that he wouldn't defend her even if somebody threw acid on his body. So I guess no worry about a rebuttal from Idubbbz about this video, huh? You would think they have a happy, healthy relationship, considering that she made a video about how to have a healthy, long-distance relationship. There's a lot of things showing that they didn't, and in the time period of when she made that advice video, you know, like talking to random people in her Discord that are from her and Idubbbz's community about how he pees on her, his gross habits, or how he...
That came true. With the poop thing.
Abandons
Creator Clash 2.
her, ignores her over and over, and almost having to break up with him.
Oh, really?
First off, everybody sucks, okay? I want to get that out of the way. There is no perfect Prince Charming. There's no princess. There's no beautiful, wonderful human being that doesn't smell or doesn't do shitty things.
It drives her crazy. That's what's happening here. I really should have watched this whole video instead of watching like the first 20 minutes fucking so many years ago. You know, I probably wouldn't have believed it. I would have been like Turkey Tom. Poor Turkey Tom taking all that hit for that old video. I kind of felt guilty about that, but then I finally had a 10K. You know? Yeah, it drives her because she's venting.
We are human beings and we suck a lot of ass. And that is absolutely fine. You're a human being, you're beautiful.
Man, I envy people that can like draw a line in the sand. I'm so bad at that shit.
I don't believe that. Oh, she can't. Oh, God, she can't get him to fucking shower. I thought the greasy hair mullet was a thing, right? That he was doing. I'm starting to realize he just didn't want to fucking wash his hair.
Coffee.
Fuck. What was that?
It looked good in the little viewfinder there, so I just kind of kept going.
Yeah, clean. Fuck.
I guess this is what happens in a relationship where you get together on the premise of trying to trade up for your career. Because that's what she did. Her anniversary date is the same day that she broke up with her boyfriend. So basically she dragged her significant
You imagine that shit, Jeannie? Hey, we're finished.
Oh,
Idubbbz. That's true.
significant other on a plane to meet the guy that she was going to dump her significant other with.
Because we have this extra day and I don't want to be in the same fucking room as you.
So Ian ended up taking me to this hole-in-the-wall taco shop, which are usually the best places to get tacos, but I was way too nervous to eat, just because I get really nervous meeting new people, period, no matter who it is. So he ended up ordering 2 tacos, I got a strawberry soda, and we sat down and we talked for like 3 to 4 hours. It was non-stop talking, and we just clicked really, really well.
And then that was it. It was just a platonic thing. And then over like 2 weeks, me and Ian were talking, and me and Matt weren't in a relationship, hadn't been in a relationship for a while.
Sure about that? Yeah, I was gonna say, because everything sounds normal there. It's October 16th.
And me and Ian just hit it off, and then we started dating. That's what happened. Didn't Acadian say you cheated on him, though? No. Matt never, I don't know where that came from. Matt never said anything like that, and it would be completely unwarranted. No.
Her trading up is really believable considering that she said this while in a relationship.
I love Idubbbz so much. Idubbbz is probably one of the very few males on this planet. I would let him penetrate me and never call me again, and I'd be okay with it. Which is like something to be proud of.
I did not cheat on anybody. I met somebody whilst I was in an on and off relationship.
Let's see. 15, 16. I don't know. It's true. It probably is true.
That was shit, but wasn't very public about the shittiness of it. But I never cheated on anybody.
It's almost like I don't.
I'm waiting for the day when she drops a video on him.
I don't know what it is. Why
she's gonna have to explain herself.
Why people feel
well, she's gonna think she has. She doesn't have to explain herself. But people break up.
Need to cheat. There is never a valid.
By the way, in fairness to her, they all trade up. All of them. You do too.
Yep.
They all trade up. They're usually not as blatant, but most chicks, they do this. I can't look like a big slut like I'm trading up. I gotta wait a couple days, you know. Women will manipulate the whole thing. They'll call the girlfriend, invite what's his place over. He's really interested in me. I'm acting like I don't care, like him, what have you, and then we'll just accidentally hit it off. Yeah, girls will do that.
Excuse for cheating. Never, ever, ever does somebody have a valid excuse for cheating.
But I guess somebody can have a valid excuse for trading up like she did. I mean, after all, she did the right thing. She did nothing wrong because it only took her a few hours of talking to Idubbbz platonically to realize that she needed to break up with her current boyfriend for him.
Feel like that's okay. Like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. My significant other that I'm with now, like, when I met him, I was dating somebody else.
According to her, it's fine because her ex-boyfriend moved on.
Why did me and Acadian break up? We were just in two very
Boyfriend is probably the happiest guy on earth. Guy dodged a bullet from outer space.
different places, maturity-wise and life-wise, when we were dating. So it was a very, like, mutual thing. There's no hard feelings. He's with a girl that's much more suited for him, and he's happy, which is really good. Actually, Matt's one of the very few, or Acadian's one of the very few relationships that I can actually say ended in a good way.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, I would say, like, right now, in terms of like men.
Definitely better looking than Idubbbz, huh?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter. Your looks don't matter. You can be beautiful like this. It ain't gonna matter. It's what you bring to the table.
Mentally, I'm not like in the best state. I can't really explain, but I'm just like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't.
You got the beautiful one, then you got the one with money. So there's hope. Look, work hard, guys. That's what I'm gonna tell my son. You want a hot chick? Work hard. It's really what it comes down to.
I don't know if any of you guys can like resonate with me or like feel me on this, but I'm just fucking pissed off all the time. Like, I'm just angry, like every day. As soon as I wake up, like I'm just fucking angry.
Not anymore, I bet.
I don't know how to stop being it. Like the only thing I can do is just distract myself with like League of Legends
Somewhere
or
over the rainbow, kids.
I don't know, man. I'm just fucking mad.
So who cares about the damage she caused to an inexperienced guy who was several years younger
Oh, fuck. Oh, he was younger than her? How old was he? Well,
than her?
I think once you're in the game, like as soon as you turn 18, you know, I think it's up to you on the fly. Learn. You're in the pool. He was 17, and she was how old? He was 18, 19,
I'm not
she was
entirely
22.
sure,
All right.
so.
I mean, I'm sorry. That's just, I'm not that impressed. You know what? I gotta be honest with you. As much as it hurts, I think you gotta go through a bad breakup. Have you been through a bad breakup? You don't have to talk about it if you want.
I mean, I would say probably yes, but got back together with a person, so.
Yeah, but you ever been in an ugly one? Not necessarily violence or anything, but a lot of mean words. No, well, good for you. It sucks.
That would have been that one back together, so.
Oh, okay.
Who cares if he was hurt, angry, or sad because of it? Because guys, her stats doubled.
But they did.
Idubbbz may have cucked her ex-boyfriend, but who's to say that she won't do the same thing to him if someone else that can improve her career comes along? Something like that is just always going to be in the
problem is she took one of the most legendary guys of all time.
back of Idubbbz's mind. He's already on track with being a cuck, watching his girlfriend bent over, pushing her breasts into the camera, and letting her flirt with
I can't believe I'm posting you this, but that's me. That's what happens when you master the art of letting go of things that don't serve your purpose. You deserve unconditional love, for it makes you shine. Well, what happened with them?
Chris Raygun, his lookalike.
I would never, ever, ever do that to anybody, let alone Ian. I would never do that to Ian. If the relationship wasn't working...
His lookalike. Chris is a better looking guy than Ian.
We would both
right?
have...
Am I wrong? Chris Raygun's a much better looking guy than Ian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I know. You can call me queer, but I think I know it's more attractive.
Have enough respect to break up with each other. That's fucking awful. Cheating is awful.
Even Keemstar...
See, that's the thing with women that you got to understand. Looks are second place. Having your shit together is first, and unless you're like hideous.
Notice this.
You know, but interesting. Idubbbz is out in the town, and the stunt double falls in. I didn't know about that. He's sitting right next to me. Jesus, I was joking. That was fast.
And also notice how defensive she was and how quickly she reacted when he made an implication. Idubbbz's girlfriend acted really passive-aggressive to Chris Raygun about his relationship with Lacey Green.
Fine, we'll get your fucking cunted girlfriend on here.
And so was her mother, which is a little bit weird. But it would make sense why...
What did her mother do?
girlfriend on here.
And so was.
Is it Chris Reagan? Let's see. Cat's out of the bag. This is one ship that should have stayed in the harbor. Lacey Green, Marina JOMHA. Wow, she's just big. Nobody has the right to you. You can kind of can't date. Who you can love. Who you share your body with. Your body is life forms blue. And what does that mean? Stop. Mute incoming? What does that mean? Stop. What does that mean? Help me.
What? The stop. It's just stop. Like,
oh,
stop.
That's like, how do you tell Lacey Green to stop doing that? That's like her whole thing, right? Like sex positive horse shit, right? Is that bad? I don't know. My reading says I'm good. There you go. That's better for you. Really? That's so weird. Now you know where she gets it. She's fucking nuts.
Her mother, which is a little bit weird. But it would make sense why she would want Chris Reagan, because after all, he would defend her before Idubbbz would.
Yo, so do you think Ian is the main voice? Even though Ian would never publicly defend me, even if you threw acid in his skin by live body, maybe he's probably too pussy. Oh, that's a nice thing to say about him. And he's the final boss, and Chris would stick up for me. Yeah. So how long did they date? I wonder Lacey Green is red pilled. When was that? Oh God, she put that out when he was dating her. All right, you know chicks better than I do. Is that a sign she's definitely cheating capable, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you put
I mean,
Chris, a good-looking guy, he's in really good shape here. She's putting crying emojis. Like, have we established they were dating? Well, no, she said Chris would stick up for me. Chris is a giant pussy, though. Oh. The audio letters are still fucked. Are you fucking with me? Hold on, let me hear it.
Clip you do is when I'll put it in to at least get.
Oh, her. By the way, no cold opening. Going right into it. Really? Oh, maybe something happened. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. The audio is real bad. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hang everything. I don't know what. Something might have happened. It's because it sounds early on. It's fucking good. But what? I don't know. What? 6 months go by. No. Oh, hold on a second. That's early on. So let's refresh. Preview. Connecting streaming software. What? All right. Now we're live. 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 We're live. We're live. We're live. That's really fast. Let's go back a little. Let's go back a little. Let's go back a little. Let's go.
Actually, Matt's one of the very few, or Arcadian's one of the.
I don't know how to stop being it. Like, the only thing I can do is just distract myself with, like, League of Legends
Somewhere
or
over the Rainbow Kids.
I don't know, man. I'm just fucking mad.
So who cares about the damage she caused to
How old was he?
and her?
I think once you're in, I think it's up to you on the hold. Sorry, it's just, I'm not that impressed. You know what? I gotta be honest with you. As much as it hurts, I think you gotta go through it. Oh, who you share your body with? I'm not hearing anything, guys. Life forms blue. And what does that mean? Stop.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's probably too pussy. Oh, that's a nice thing to say about him. And he's the final boss. And Chris would stick up for me. Yeah. Okay. So how long did they date? It's probably fucking Discord or whatever the fuck it is, to be honest with you. All right. Let me do our little. Wow, it's 80%? I even lowered you. Talk.
Hello.
Hello. I don't know. I'll leave it there. I fucking think it's that bad. Lynn, is this pre-recorded? Yes.
Chris.
He tastes disgusting. At the end of the day, I love going to bed with
Chris.
It's honestly what I look forward to every day. He might be a bit of a messy boy, but he's still my
Chris.
You want some leftovers before bed?
Idubbbz' girlfriend.
Let it be known that Idubbbz' girlfriend wanted to be a YouTuber as soon as she started dating Idubbbz, and I don't really find it to be believable that she wanted to date him for his personality, considering that she proclaims to be such a paused person. Let's not forget that he makes a living off of bullying people.
In conclusion, I like bullying.
I think that there's a lot showing that she's
Not anymore. She fixed him, Brittany. I bet you're happy.
Idubbbz as her promotional pony. The worst thing about it is that she denies it completely.
Twitter feed, or I've been scrolling through my own Twitter feed, and I'll read something, and I'll be like, fuck, I need to unfollow this guy. And then I'll go to his page, and then it says 400k followers, and then it says, Sky follows you. And my inner piece of shit goes, this is an important human being. I shouldn't unfollow him. I should just put up with it. Or
What a phony. What a shallow woman.
at least mute him.
Time and time again, she claims to want to keep her brand separate and just tries so hard to be her own person because Idubbbz is not her promotional pony. She claims
Yeah, that was a Maslick moment. Everybody uses that too much, Tafka, but that definitely was a Maslick moment.
she doesn't even want him
Faux shizzle.
to mention her existence, and he does just that.
Because Idubbbz has got his girlfriend who's a streamer, and it's not.
I didn't know he made it in here. Ha!
Not weird, that's the wrong word. But that must be so awkward. Because he never talks about her, but she talks about him quite a lot. And it's just a bit weird. Like talking about your personal life. Like I'm not a big fan of talking about my personal life. And
Well, you know, I'm gonna criticize fucking Clown here. By the way, Keem had to fucking beg you to talk about Baited or anything else for that matter. The most he talked about is when it was about to break up. So why are you so surprised he's not talking about her?
So I don't know why she has a problem with him not wanting to publicly defend her for the sake of his image, considering that she said that that's what she would want. And for
Every week was like, Clown, when are you gonna shout us out? Clown, when are you gonna tweet it? Clown, like everybody's doing their part. Clown, it was so funny.
someone who claims
Honestly, you know what the best Baited episodes would have been if you would have listened to the calls before we recorded. It would probably been some of the greatest content of all time.
that she wants to keep her brand separate from Idubbbz,
Lynn, please die in a fire, and I hope you're
does
and your little dog too.
a pretty piss poor job at it.
Is cat.
Hey ANISA, happy anniversary. I found you through Ian's new video. Is he coming on stream? Less than 3.
He's not coming on stream. He's working on something at this current moment.
Her audience is constantly asking her about him, and it's not really unwarranted either between her
But they aren't anymore. I feel like she's more famous than him now.
talking about him all the time, posting pictures of him on her business social medias, and having him guest on her stream so much that a majority of her most viewed clips mention Idubbbz or have him in it.
I'm serious. No way. What?
I wonder if he was like Clown, and it makes sense because there was there was a thing back then. You weren't allowed to get the tchotchkes. You know, like you weren't allowed to get Patreon. You were lame if you sold T-shirts or coffee cups, which I was all for. I don't give a fuck. I'm a capitalist. And maybe you're not supposed to shout each other out because that's not fair. It literally sounds like Clown's rules. Jesus, that's fucking funny.
Who gave you that?
My significant other scares the shit out of me on a daily basis. I hate it, but it's kind of cute. So not too long ago, I went on a vacation with my boyfriend.
Knock it off! Stop!
Okay, buddy, it'll work. Is Ian no longer
She's 100 times worse than Yoko. Right. Did Yoko ever get remarried?
moving to Canada
Nobody can replace you. You can't trade up from John Lennon, right?
next month?
No. The whole
Look,
Chuck Berry one.
I'm not. Look it.
Thanks,
I've tried.
Ghost Gaming.
I'm not talking about I feel like I've talked about this shit so much.
Ian's going to be out of town for a little bit, but I think he's uploading something. He has something on upload for you guys, I think, tomorrow.
God forbid if someone mistakes her as his secretary after she does all this.
I went into his stream.
She said that because she knew it would drive her fucking nuts.
He called me Idubbbz' girlfriend and pretended that he didn't know who I was. And then at the end he went, oh yeah, I was on a podcast with you. It was fun. We should do it again. And I was like, you cunt. You know who I am. Idubbbz' girlfriend. Piece of shit.
I think a clear motivator is the increase in attention she gets when she does this. When she posts pictures with him, it gets thousands.
I'm just going to call her Idubbbz' girlfriend for the rest of my life. Even though I don't care.
Of more
funny
views
to me.
and likes. And when she has him on her stream time and time again, she gets thousands of more viewers as well. I wouldn't even think it's worth calling out if she wasn't claiming to not use him as a promotional pony. She could have chosen to go the power couple route like PewDiePie and Marcia.
She did, sweetheart.
But instead she chooses to be the sneaky snake that she is. She uses him in a way where she thinks that she won't be called out for it. I just have to wonder, does she actually think that people are interested in her for her shitty DIY tutorials where she can't even accomplish the things she set out to do? I think it's pretty obvious that they're only interested in Idubbbz' girlfriend for the sake of her being Idubbbz' girlfriend, to know what Idubbbz is up to. And I think that that's all Idubbbz' girlfriend is ever going to be, because she's just so generic and average.
You know, you see the stories you have that, like, you think the stories that have come out, the stuff that was back then, the stuff the boxing coach. I imagine like, he would never do it, but I bet Chris Reagan could really throw her under the bus. You know, I mean, like the stories are probably endless with her. She's just probably constantly lying.
Okay,
wow.
buddy.
Like PewDiePie, he got the happy ending. Yeah, he did.
If this were one of her advice videos, it would go something like,
PewDiePie wasn't fucked up. He had like a normal upbringing.
You're average because you're human, and that's okay. Somewhere deep down inside, Idubbbz' girlfriend knows that she's a failure, and that's why she cries on stream for pity pennies as she reminisces about her titty streaming days.
But I feel like I've just been slowly deteriorating ever since I've changed from Rainbow Kids. You know, and it's just been dying and dying and dying and dying, and now it's like dead. I'm crying in dog makeup. Come on.
I remember this.
I'm gonna cry in dog makeup. So stupid.
I mean, ever since I started watching you on Twitch, I have only missed like 2 or 3 streams. You're my favorite Twitch streamer, and I 100% look forward to your streams all the time.
That means
Feel better, Anissa.
Sorry.
This is my first time watching your stream, and I think you're absolutely lovely, Tilda.
You're right, there are girls there.
Like, there's no plan for me. I wake up and I turn on my stream and I say as much autistic shit as I can in a short amount of time, and I hope and pray that somebody gives me some money because they feel bad for me and they don't want me to end up on the streets sucking dicks.
Can that be? That was great. If she talked like that all the time, I'd have been her biggest fan.
If you're not a complete moron, you're able to see that a streamer who's naturally just well endowed and wears a tank top is very different from a streamer who's very sexually provocative, such as
Idubbbz' girlfriend.
When I say sexually provocative, I mean doing things like playing with your breasts on stream, drawing on them for money, jumping up and down to make them jiggle on purpose, or shoving them into the camera for extended periods of time with your face cut off. And that's something that Idubbbz' girlfriend does. She just
You can see her look to the left of the camera to see where her tits were. That's so funny.
stands there putting her breasts into the camera while bent over.
A long periodically time.
She needs to sit down. It's just so awkward to watch. I think it's pretty obvious that her stream's focus is her body, and I don't necessarily think that if someone's just sitting there with cleavage that their stream is focused on their body. But I think that when you're doing what Idubbbz' girlfriend is doing, you obviously are.
Today is like, I want to feel sexy, so I'm going to, you know, feel sexy. That's what this is about today. When I did
there's a Canadian accent.
Titty streaming or whatever you want to call it, titty streaming, it was more about the troll baiting and having people come in that I could
I felt like I was performing improv in a way where instead of, being on an improv stage and asking people like, where am I? Who am I with? What am I doing? Having this kind of bait out there was having people come.
Can you imagine when they get divorced? You gotta, like, I don't like seeing anything that reminds me or even hearing. There's a song that I absolutely love that I cannot listen to anymore because it was a wedding song for my first wedding. But I don't have to wake up with a motherfucking single tattoo. One of the reasons I never would do that shit. I knew guys, they had like 2-3 girls on their fucking arm.
In and giving me ideas and kind of material to work off of and respond to. I
had a buddy start crossing them out because he thought it was funny, and it was. He wasn't wrong.
I was very into having like this dynamic, very on my feet, kind of just ridiculous, responding to trolls kind of environment, and I really liked it. I felt like it was very entertaining. It was a lot of fun for me. I felt like I could poke fun at a lot of different things at the same time. I could poke.
Let's never forget, Chud has the full support of Destiny through his scandal, then fostered an anti-Destiny community in Spicy Chat and knew they were anti-fed fans and did nothing. What a snake. I don't know anything about that, but maybe you're right. I don't fucking care. Destiny, I got to be honest with you, Destiny is fucking... The only thing I don't like about the Destiny stuff is just how dishonest they are. Like he's recording somebody without their permission. That's a crime, and this is akin to something like the second most brutal crime on the planet. If you go to that video that I posted earlier, you can hear him actually say that, like, because I made fun of people that do that compare this shit to rape. Because, like, honestly, at some level, I'm not trying to pearl clutch here, but I kind of think it's irresponsible, and I think it's irresponsible because any of this stuff that comes up, next time, like Queeman talks about something that's like legitimate rape. No one's, that's Queeman talking about rape, so it's probably bullshit. Where it's something akin to it, or it's some kind of sexual thing or something like that. He actually says in that thing, like, oh, you really got to understand, Tommy, how people feel about this. I mean, the virgin 20-year-old, 25-year-old guys that live with their parents. I got to care how they fucking feel. What about the person it was done to, you cunts? But I don't know any of that. And fuck DGG, by the way, too. I ain't fucking cozying up to them or anybody else. Nick used to, remember, I told Nick over the weekend? I said, boy, how times have changed. Now I'm your dick rider.
Fun.
Because Nick used to hear that too.
Video game culture in general. I could poke fun at titty streaming. I could poke, I was just...
This is when Shun was Shun was never in a grooming scandal.
Kind of doing my own thing, and
Shun got catfished.
I did see it.
Yeah, that's what they call it, a bit of a grooming scandal.
Oh, he didn't groom anybody. God, I didn't use that word in that thing, and he tried to tie me to it.
As exciting.
And Trud was good, and that's kind of what I think. All right, Justice 35. That's kind of what I was talking about before. Whether you got catfished or not, or wasn't your fault, maybe you made Trud made his absolute best effort to get this person's age. It's still a stupid thing to do, but I mean, stupid doesn't mean criminal. And they still try to shoehorn it in to grooming. And then what does he do? I say he got catfished and that's fucked up. He comes and will call me a pedo already. No, I know you want me to, but I didn't. I didn't look the other way because you were a pedo. You wasn't. You're just a snake YouTuber. All right, why are you getting me going there, Justice?
Improvisation.
You have to watch the beginning of the stream.
And I was very proud of it. I liked what I did.
She's really trying to pass herself off as somebody like me, someone who's actually done satire.
Thank you for the $15
online. She calls what she does satire. I don't really think there's some kind of point she made by bending over and pushing her breasts into the camera, or the many times where she's just stood there awkwardly. And you kind of need to have that in order to call it satire. She could have just sat there with her cleavage to get the point across of troll baiting and everything in order to create that interesting dichotomy she's talking about. So instead, she chooses to be this...
I'm done with this. I'm sick of it. You guys watch it yourself. But, here's the thing I do want to say. I saw my favorite fucking YouTuber ever.
trying to antagonize you.
And if that wasn't bad enough, after her embarrassing defeat, she went and played victim in direct messages with Vegan Gains on Twitter. I don't know why she had to play the victim card because she's plenty
I didn't realize she was that big back then. That she was rubbing nose. Because like I'm looking at it like Vegan Gains is big at this time. He was huge at that point.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, she played with the big boys.
educated in veganism.
Now, I took a couple of nutrition courses. I'm not a wizard. It was a minor
Doesn't that sound familiar?
in my education.
I make formative opinions. I don't make a stance without being educated on both sides. Oh, I hope they played the Nazi one. Oh.
It was her mistake to not bring a white knight with her like how she usually does.
White knighted.
Idubbbz' girlfriend claims that putting on a t-shirt created a white knight community that she hated, which is really weird logic. Imagine not being comfortable with having cleavage, but then you have cleavage because you don't want white knights? Doesn't really...
No.
Even though she hates white knights so much, she's not afraid to be white knighted.
Remember back in the day, like being a white knight was like the worst thing you could do, be accused of? Now it's sweeping. Back then it was white knights, so she doesn't want to be white knighted. I get it.
Seems like where she played victim with Gross Score and has somebody defend her.
But this is like Gross Score is one of my favorite fucking people of all time. I know he's made his mistakes, but he's still funny. Big fan of you show you on lolcow. Loved how you called out Wings and put you on this shit. I miss Wings a little bit. I doesn't want to talk to me for whatever reason. Maybe he thinks I'm gonna dunk on him. I wouldn't, not in private, only on the show. But I don't risk the rest of those fuckers. Thank you.
In this situation, it sounds like you hosted her, and then you got mad that she rejected you after you felt like she owed you something. Upset, dude. Why? That's not fair.
I'm a gold-digging whore. That's
Why is it her fault, dude? You know that you had strong feelings for her before she did for you. Not even saying that she had strong feelings. You came to her first, and then you can't say it's her fault because she rejected
Who the fuck is that guy? I hate him. Him and J-Stock should go bowling.
you because she wanted to use you because you came at her first.
Listen, if she's gonna sit there with her cleavage.
Here we go. This is what I'm waiting for, and then we're gonna call it a stream. We're gonna call it a stream and then do an after show.
And I don't mind that, and I'm glad that she can do whatever she wants. And she doesn't expect not to be called a slut, then you're being stupid. Are people going to call her a slut? She sits with her cleavage out.
Then you should expect to be called an asshole. Of course you're going to be called an asshole.
Okay, let's move on. Let's carry on.
No.
Can we
You're going to see.
Can we stop this conversation?
Can we stop, please? This is ridiculous. Platypus,
I
come
hate
on.
this conversation.
I'm sorry.
Twitch is this is what Twitch is for.
You just called her a slut.
She clearly cannot fight her own battles, so other people have to for her.
That's right. This article came out. When is that? 2016. The mom who moderates her daughter's rowdy chat.
Like her mother, who has a whole Kotaku article dedicated to talking about how she white knights her daughter online. Her mother also watches her every move to the point of being a little weird. Imagine your Muslim family is just watching you do this.
She's about as Muslim as my cat.
I know it'd be weird for me if my mother were watching.
Totally fucking acting. Like she just.
This is, by the way, if you don't know anything about Britney Venti, this is what got her famous. And this is her fucking trolling the shit out of 4chan and everybody else. And it's hysterical.
Acting.
It's just really embarrassing.
I thought she was so funny. She's from what I understand, she's really happy right now. And I think she's done with this part of her life.
Embarrassing to have.
See what it says, absolutely false. Science says this is the worst and most dangerous sex position for your genitalia. Oh my God. False, absolutely false. Has Lacey turned you into a sex educator well now? God, you imagine your mother? Can you imagine that? You see what happened here, Jeannie? Jeannie, you fall asleep? Sweetie Jeannie. Oh, something must have happened. Her thing.
Yep, sorry. No, I went to the bathroom.
Can
so,
you? That's
but
all right. Yeah, it's like, I figured something happened. Can you imagine this? Your mother. So your boyfriend quotes something about sex, and then she goes to your ex-boyfriend and says, "Has Lacey turned you into a sex educator now as well?" That's insane.
Oof.
Like, and they're broken up by May 27th. So May 27th, this video came out in 2018. So it was, they had already been dating Idubbbz for almost 2 years at that point. And she must have really liked Chris. You know what Chris might have done?
What?
You're nuts. Stay away from me. There's something wrong with you. And her too. That's probably what he did. But something tells me he wouldn't have the balls to do that. I think it would sound a little more like this. You're crazy and you're hurting me.